Namaskar from the Birsamunda Hockey Stadium in Rourkela. We're moving on to match 31 on day 25 of the Hero Hockey India League. And once again, it's a do-or-die game for one of the combatants. UP Rudras taking on Gonasika, a win that Gonasika must win if they're to have any hope of making the finals. Well, the two captains are pitch side waiting to toss the coin, so we'll go down and see who's going to win that first.
Hello Rourkela, this is match number 31 in the Hero Hockey India League. UP Rudras और टीम गोनासिका के बीच में मेरे साथ हैं दोनों captains Hardik Singh and Mandeep, and umpires are ready for the toss. Oh, Hardik, you won the toss. क्या करेंगे?
Ball. We take the ball.
So UP Rudras have won the toss and they will start the play.
Well, once again, we see the person that won the toss deciding to go with the ball as the umpires make their way forward. And tonight we have James Uncles of Australia, and joining him as well is Balaji Kumar from India, and our video umpire is Yu Hyo Sik from Korea. Now the players emerge from under the main stand. Mandeep and Hardik, good friends, and they have big smiles on their faces as they run out to the centre of the field, followed by all of their teammates, and a little wave there from Timothée Clement for the fans on the far side of the stadium. We now get the last little ritual out of the way, and then we can get the action underway. Mandeep, big smile on his face as he comes through. He nearly always has a smile on his face, Mandeep Singh. Even when he's playing, I think he really enjoys playing the game of hockey, and why wouldn't you? And the last few players coming through, and then we can turn our attention to the team lineups for both teams. And I can tell you, for the UP Rudras, James Mazzarello, the Englishman, will start under the bar for them. He's had a wonderful tournament and has really thrown down a marker in his performances. Kane Russell and Surender Kumar are going to be crucial at the back, along with Priya Bhatta, but it's up front they need the goals. Sam Ward, Lalit and Joban Preet are going to have to get goals tonight if they're going to get the result they want.
Hardik with his instructions to his team in the huddle. And for the Gonasikas, it will be Oliver Payne starting in the goal. Tim Howard, Amir Ali and Anmol Ekka bringing up the back. Look out for Banpreet Singh, Victor Chalet and Neelan Sanjeev Zes. Up front is going to be important. Are they going to be able to get them the goals? The likes of Mandeep and Harjeet Undal will have to come into the game.
Well, here comes the countdown clock, and the countdown will begin now.
10,
9,
8, 7, 6,
5,
4, 3,
2, 1.
let's play.
So the Rudras get us underway. Lalit plays it back to Hardik, stepping out of defence, and a good intercept, nice and early that time. Good work by Amir Ali. And straight away, Gonasika are on the attack. Hundal, though, he's turned it over to Lalit. Lalit looking what's available. Hundal fighting back to try and steal the ball back, but Lalit just pulling away. Lalit still being pursued, and that was just too far ahead of Sam Ward.
They're just trying to play it early to Sam Ward. Sam Ward not in a position to pick up that pass. Rudras, here they come.
Hardik, little bit of space. Manpreet now closes him down, and the pass was too far ahead of Lalit and goes harmlessly out of play.
Just thought Lalit held himself back.
Yes, got it right back! Yes, pulling it right back! Patient!
Got to keep it in play, but no, it just ran away that time. Goals for both teams there, 13 and 14, so not much to choose between them in that respect, but it's when you analyse the goals and how they've been scored, that's where it's very different. 11 field goals for Gonasika and only 5 for the Rudras as the shot came in. It was just wide that time.
Took that very early, brought the ball down inside the striking circle, and on the turn Just going wide.
And Nilam Kes with a little bit of space, but Vortelbohr closed him down pretty quickly. And I think, to be fair, Mazzarello had it covered as well. Vortelbohr trying to get forward again. And still oh no, just he looked up to play the ball across and then just took his eye off it and it went over the baseline. That's frustrating for Sudeep Chamarko. Let's see what happened to Vortelbohr. Did he just roll his ankle? Again, Ekka's another of the young Indian players that can flick, and we just haven't seen them given a real opportunity. As Lalit brings it down, brilliant block again. Across it goes from Lalit again. Amir Ali, though, the first block was so important.
Absolutely, and it was a great aerial ball again. Lalit, they're doing well to bring it down.
Cuts infield, and will get a free hit. Simranjeet, I think, just getting the stick rather than the ball. And running out of time. They got 16 seconds to get it inside the circle. Maybe a penalty corner. Waller, good work, gets past the first defender. Ricochets off the stick of Cossins, out for a long corner, but I'm not sure whether they will just get time to take it. Deflected well into the circle. But now goes the hooter.
That's the end of the first quarter. And the score is UP Rudras 0, Gonasika 0.
Vortelbohr back out there. Gonasika showing the urgency that is required. But unfortunately not able to really put any pressure on the Rudras goal. 4 circle penetrations apiece, no real shots as yet, although the Rudras have been credited with 1. Score at the first break is Uttar Pradesh Rudras 0, Gonasika 0. Second quarter about to get underway. Plenty of chat between the Gonasika players. And I think there's a little bit of confusion as to what they want them to do as they look to close down now. And I think that was the player they wanted closed down, which was Shada Tiwari. Vortelbohr now coming forward, chased by Nilam Kes. Vortelbohr pulls away and it's Draper that came across. A player who, in my opinion, maybe got promoted to the senior team a little bit early. I don't know what your thoughts are there.
I think, to be fair to him, he was doing his bit and thought he deserved a chance. But let's see what the Gonasikas can do now.
That's a good ball, top of the circle. Arajit Handal wants a penalty corner. The umpire's arms come out. He's done the job. First penalty corner of the match goes to Team Gonasika.
Paul Revington did say that they've worked out a few things for the penalty corners after they missed 9 in the previous game. Let's just wait and watch.
Can the Rudras take advantage? Can they live up to the predictions? Comes wide to Shada Tiwari, down to Vortelbohr. Vortelbohr trying to get inside the circle. Really good tackle again. Good work being done that time by Nilam Kes. Now it's Draper. Draper. Oh, he tried to just dink that. Lalit. Lovely pass by him. Laid back inside the circle. It'll definitely be a corner. Penalty corner, that is. It was take your pick of feet there, really. Look, they just were too many defenders trying to stop the ball getting to Vortelbohr. 20% conversion rate for the Rudras. That's above the average in the tournament. They go to Russell. He flicks hard, goes straight into Charlet. The rebound came back to him, and it's going to bobble out of play for a long corner. Comes wide again. Good pass by Jobanpreet to the baseline. Good defensive work again by Clement. Draper again. This time he tried to squeeze it through. Stolen away. Good ball again. Gurjot on the run. Gurjot into the circle. Has he found a foot? He has indeed.
Thought he had the option to play it back to Hardik, who was coming into a beautiful overlap position. But that didn't happen, but they've earned the penalty corner nevertheless.
So they may go to him. They go to Russell Russell flicks, good save by Payne. Comes back to the injector, Hardik. Comes off the pads of Payne again. Still with the Rudras, but it's a long corner.
Up again! On it!
No, it's changed to a penalty corner. Sorry, Sandeep.
Well, that was great defensive work by the Gonasika defense as Russell with a flick. The first save, the rebound coming for Hardik. And that was the third save.
Gonasika are saying it was on the glove and not on the foot.
There's been a referral by Gonasika. They're saying that the ball went off the glove and not the foot. That's a great save by Payne.
Jim,
Yes.
there's no clear reason to change your decision. Your decision stand and Gonasika lose their referral.
So they lose their referral. So Russell again at the first battery, Cossins at the second. They shift to the right. Russell flicks, takes a deflection off the first runner, which is Draper, and another penalty corner.
Russell with a flick.
Penalty corner again, this time Cossins. Payne saves, driven in by Hardik, but it went across the face of goal. Payne's done his job.
A continuous pressure from the Rudras. Well saved there, and Hardik very narrow an angle to try and find the goal from there, but he had to go with the shot. But Payne has kept the slate clean.
About to enter the final 5 minutes of the first half. No goals as yet in a game that we feel Gonasika have to win if they are going to have any hope of making the top four and the finals. That was a good turn by Nikin Tamaya. Arajit Hundal pass to the top of the circle. Struan Walker trying to create some pace. Appeals for a foot. Not given. Nikin Tamaya. And it's just wide.
Just putting the pressure, Gonasika on the Rudras defense. Great turn by Nikin Timaya. Ball in front of him, but just on the wrong side of the goal post.
Arajit reaching out with his long arm. Hardik, though, got to the rebound quickly. That's really good play that time from Waller. Touch was a good one inside the halfway from Sea-Watch, and it needed to be to give possession back to Gonasika. Charlet plays it forward. Yashdeep Sea-Watch has the ball again, feeds it out wide. Timothée Clement looking to cut in, drops the ball back into the circle and into the goal, but no touch inside the D. And so the players will trudge off for some refreshments at half-time. So honours even, really. 9 circle penetrations to 7 in favour of Gonasika. No goals as yet, though. Very few shots. So at half-time, it is UP Rudras 0, Team Gonasika 0. Well, welcome back. It is the second half about to get underway. Still 0-0 between the UP Rudras and Gonasika. Who is going to break the deadlock? Is someone going to break the deadlock? Those are the questions we're hoping will be answered in the next 30 minutes. Arajit Hundal will play the ball back to get the second half underway. Gonasika, as we've heard, need a win. Morton brought that one down, got a free hit because the Rudras player was within 5 metres as it came to him. Goes to Manpreet in the midfield. He's closed down well by Hardik, but pulled away and created a bit of space for himself. And Rudras have stolen that one back. Up the side it goes, but can't keep it in play. It's unfortunate for Lally, who'd taken a good position, but good advantage played by the umpire. Great pass to the baseline. And was he tripped as he went forward? Yes, he was. And that will be a penalty corner to Gonasika.
How did he pick out that pass? Beautifully angled right onto the baseline. And Gonasika's as the ball. Perfect ball. Well picked up on the baseline. Tripped was he. And a penalty corner to Gonasika.
Wonderful pass from Charlet to pick up Amir Ali. Trying to keep the Gonasikas at bay. They go to Charlet. Oh, it's a miss flick by him. It just kind of dribbled off the end of his stick. The Gonasika stick brought down by Hardik. Great steal, top of the circle by Arajit. They've got numbers. Oh, the whistle is now gone. Thrown to the air, brought down inside the circle, across the face of goal. Well, what did that get a touch off? It wasn't a foot. I think it was the defender's stick. It's back with the Rudras again. Lally, beautiful pass to Vortelbo, and that will be a penalty corner.
Vortelbo has been pretty much all over the ground, has he not, Ashley? On the right flank, on the left flank, creating the spaces, entering the striking circle, coming back into defense. He's pretty much everywhere at the moment, and just earned his team a penalty corner.
He certainly has been everywhere. And that was the ball lifted up off the defender's stick into the body of Vortelbo. Hence the penalty corner. So Cossins is lining up this time, I think, at the first battery. And Kane Russell is at the second. Can Gonasika keep them at bay once again? They go with Russell, Sentry slips it behind him, and there is the goal! It is flicked home, and finally the Rudras break their duck. Cossins getting the opening goal.
How well a penalty corner was that worked. Paul Vadas will be very happy with this variation that they put together. They had 4 in the first half, a great slip ball by Russell, and he had ample time, Cossins, to pick his spot and score the goal.
And Suraj, who came on at half-time, well, that's his first touch, picking the ball out of the back of the net as Paul Van As celebrates.
The Gonasikas will have to throw men up in attack if they want to come back in this game, and that might just create a chance for the Rudras.
Oh, almost a wonderful pass into the circle that time for Manmeet.
Again, lot of space on top of the striking circle for Manmeet. Beautifully set up, just not able to trap that was it.
And now having to go all the way back is Yukimba Rawat, right in the corner. 3 players around him. He's done well, but they lost that in the end, and it's into the circle, and that's going to be a penalty corner. Manmeet was obstructed as he was trying to play the ball.
But wonderfully done by the Rudras. They were under pressure on their side of the goal. They did well to bring it out and very well worked, earning a penalty corner. Gonasika not happy with that decision nevertheless.
Now, I think Draper thought there was an offence in favour of Gonasika just as they stole the ball and were coming into the circle. So Vortelbo will inject. Cossins is at the first battery. Kane Russell at the second. Twizzles his stick in his hands. Russell waits patiently. They go to Russell again. This time he flicks hard, and it's beaten the postman and the keeper. And it's a second goal for the Rudras.
But the penalty corners are working for them. They've earned the penalty corners and they're converting off it. Just coming off his glove was that, and going into the goal. Suraj Karkera in the goal, and neither could the postman do anything on that.
And kept in play, which maybe they didn't want to do, Gonasika. Lalit is in the corner. He's turned, he's lost out now, but it's one back, is it? No. Free hit to Gonasika, as we see the president of Hockey India, Charlet. Maybe a case of just getting off the field of play, listening to Paul Revington and working out. Look at that pincer movement there. 4 players just converged immediately. Brought down well this time. Nick Intamaya looking to run across the top of the D. That came up off Sam Ward's stick. Free hit. The umpire saying it's inside. So they've got to take it 5 meters. It goes outside now. 3 seconds left. Need to get it in quickly, and couldn't find a foot. So just that miscommunication, thinking they could take it outside the 23 meters, lost them valuable seconds if they were going to try and force a penalty corner late in that third quarter. But it's been a good quarter for the UP Rudras. 2 goals, both from penalty corners, have given them a good lead. Suraj Kakera beaten twice, and you'll see 7 penalty corners now to 3. And the circle penetration still so even, but the goal's the crucial thing. At the final break, it is UP Rudras 2, Gonasika 0. Well, welcome back as the UP Rudras with a 2-0 lead, looking to hang on to that or add to that score and hope that at the end of the evening they will finish top of the Hero Hockey India League. A win tonight will assure them of that position. Gonasika applied plenty of pressure, but still unable to find a goal and close the gap. Can tell you Ollie Payne is back under the bar for Team Gonasika at the start of this last quarter. Preet, who attended the Punjab University in Chandigarh. Good work being done by Arajit. This is not proving to be the best of 21st birthdays for him at the moment, but who knows, maybe he can get a late double. Manpreet did very well to just pull away that time from the attention of Gurjot. Into the circle it goes, but it's going to be a free out to the Rudras.
Seems to have come off Arjit Hindal's foot.
Jovenpreet's foot, I thought, but nothing doing from the umpire. Determined that time from Nitin Tamaya. His touch was good. Broke kindly for Siwach. Now it's Manpreet. Siwach is ahead of him. Can he get along the baseline? He's into the circle, dinks it forward, and Waller on the turn. Unfortunately, took it away from the goals.
Just trying to set it up across the face of the goal.
That predictor wasn't so far off after all. There you go. I thought it was a little off the mark at the beginning of the game, but it's going to be proven correct, I think, at the moment. Into the circle it goes. Nobody again on that line. Must be a lot of Rudras fans that they were asking, I think, Sandeep.
Well, you never know, but it's not changed one bit right from the beginning of the game. But the Rudras are coming back here now.
You would have thought 2-0 up with 7 minutes to go would almost be 95%. Bortlebor again, good work by him.
Well, absolutely. I mean, he's been such a great ambassador from this area for the game of hockey. So many players look up to him for inspiration and want to follow his footsteps. And yes, deep down, he will want them to win, the Lancers.
He will indeed. 415 caps for India, Dilip Turki. Manpreet's on 387. Is he going to catch him? Well, we'll have to just watch, won't we? Almost brought down inside the circle, just ran outside for the Rudras, slipping, but well, still battling for the ball was Manmeet. And they're just pulling the goalkeeper off, I can just tell you, the Gonasika team.
Choice now if they want to try and make something. They're changing the goalkeeper.
Yeah. So Suraj Kakera has come back on, and that will be so they can play 5 international players outfield on the field of play. They obviously believe that those are going to get them the goals they need.
I'm sure in the next 2 minutes, if Gonasika cannot score, then they are going to bring the goalkeeper out too and play with level infield players.
Well, the forwards again working very hard for the Rudras, closing down. Bortlebor, he's conceded the free hit. That looked like it was off his stick. Is it a green card to Bortlebor? It is indeed. I wouldn't mind seeing that one again.
Yeah, for all the good work he has done in the entire game, he would not want that.
I thought he got the ball. I'll be honest, I thought he got the ball.
He got the ball, but I think the green card was because he played the ball after the whistle.
Okay. I know he did question the umpire's decision rather loudly. So there is the confirmation, and he's explaining how innocent he is to somebody alongside. Waller again gets it into the circle. Cossines smashes that one out, and that will be the final play as it goes out by the 23. There are only 2 seconds left. In fact, there's less. And so it's a famous victory for Hardik's heroes. Paul Van As, we may actually see a smile from him. It's a big ask, but you just don't know. When he turns around, we may actually see a smile. But Kane Russell, he got the second goal that really gave them that buffer and meant that Gonasika had to really come at the Rudras. And the Rudras stood firm in defence. And so they will go top of the Hero Hockey India League tonight. But they've played one more game than the Tamil Nadu Dragons.
At the end of it, I thought they were the worthy winners. Not much to choose in the first half for the two teams, but they did come back strong in the second half.
Yeah, confirmation, the Rudras winning the match by 2-0. As they all just go through the ritual that they started the game with, the high fives. Mazzarello, well, he had a few good saves to make, mainly from penalty corners, but other than that, wasn't kept too busy or troubled because his defence did such a good job. Look how even it was on the circle penetrations. More penalty corners for the Rudras, and that's where they scored. 2 from penalty corners, and the final score is UP Rudras 2, Team Gonasika 0.